Fellow collectors, today I'm giving you my overall impressions, review, and kind of just a general overview of the SGC mobile app. I'm looking at it here on my iPad Pro, but this is how it would look on your iPhone. Same experience on the iPad Pro or iPad, you just expand the screen to be a little bit larger, otherwise exactly the same. Now I really love using the SGC app. It is extremely clean design. Everything you're going to need is right there in front of you. I think that is one of the number one things I like about it, is really just the organization, the layout, just the overall clean look. Now, I have been really enjoying using SGC lately. Here's just a couple cards that I had nearby, and I've got a SGC reveal of a Keyraw 1-of-1 Superfractor card that I sent off. Now, you're going to see it right here as this active order. I did see the grade on this, and no, I'm not going to spoil it in this video. You're going to have to wait for the card to come in, and we're going to open it up on the channel. I will go ahead and say just a little preview that I'm very excited about it. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And also, I'm going to do another video where I talk about why I really like SGC as a grading company. Today's more about the app. And why I really switched over them, especially after CGC changed up their labels. So long story short, I didn't really like the CGC new labels. I used to be a really big CGC trading card fanboy and liked SGC. And when they made that switch, I just decided to go all in with SGC as a PSA alternative. But I'll do a whole nother video on that. So here is the app. When you log in, you're going to immediately see any active orders you have. I'm not going to click on this one right here because it'll show the grade on this order that I just had graded and is being shipped back to me now. But when you go in there, if you just made a shipment, if you send something off to SGC, you're going to see where it's shipped, where it's received, when it's been giving a certification, and finally when it's graded. So you can keep up with every step of the submission process in this highest little row here where they keep those submissions. So if you have multiple orders, you'll see several of them here with what progress they are in. Now here, you're going to see some of your main menu options. So let's look at my orders, and I won't show you the Keyraw coming in, but I will show you a previous card I've had graded so you can see what that looks like. So I pulled up that card. By the way, if you've been enjoying this video, you find it useful, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps the video and is an easy way to support the channel. So you have your card information, you have the card grade you got. This is my Ahsoka Tan 1-of-1 Superfractor that I received an 8 on, which was a little bit disappointing for me. It did have a scratch on the front of it. I was kind of hoping for a 9, at best, but I did get the 8. And what's also really cool about this, so you get your cert code as well, is that you can use these images. So you can click on here, you can see the image expanded, you can see the back of the card. So they do these scans for you at SGC. They're high quality scans. And look, you can go to download all images here. And so if I wanted to list this card on eBay, instead of having to scan it myself or take a photo of it, all I have to do is download these images and I can use those images for my listing. So that is really convenient. Something else I'll note too, if you're grading as part of a business, you can also print the invoice here. So it's a great way also just to retain the information from cards that you've been submitting. Now over here, you can verify a certification. I've had to do this with BGS because last time I've used their BGS's website, though, it's so clunky and sometimes I can't even find a card that I want to check up on in their population report. And I have to put the label in, the certification number in, to find that card. And so you can do that very easily with SGC, although they do have, in my opinion, an easier population report to use. But nonetheless, you have that 7-digit code. You have an 11-digit code on the old labels. You can put that in here and search that in their database. Now, this is really cool. You have your collection of cards that you've submitted and has been added to the app. And you can set an option where they will automatically add your card to your collection after it has been graded. And you can see here, now I don't have my new card in. Maybe I have to put that in manually. I have to kind of check what's going on there. Or maybe it takes some time after they shipped it. But they do have my Ahsoka Tan that is in my database here. So you can pull that up just like when you went to your orders and see your picture, the information. You can add cards that maybe you've bought on eBay. And you can put the label in, and that will add it to your collection. So you can just kind of go ahead and see them all in one place. Maybe they will add the high definition pictures to those as well if they can retrieve those from the database. You got an easy services and pricing chart that you can access very quickly here with the fees depending on declared value and how fast you want your turnaround time to be. You can access their pop report very easily right here. And they got an easy contact us submenu here where you can go ahead and put in a message if you're having any kind of issue, any kind of question. You can start your order right here at the very bottom with this big button, standard card grading or TCG grading, and go ahead and do that right from the app. You got your account settings up in the top right. You can make sure your personal information, your shipping address is correct. Something I like too here, if you go to My Card Preferences, this is what I was talking about earlier. You can check the box where after it has been marked shipped, they will automatically add your cards to My Cards. Now, as you have seen, my Keyraw card has been shipped to me, but it has not yet been added to my collection, so I guess there's some processing time with that. I'll keep you up to date with that, or maybe if there's some kind of issue, I can manually add it at a later time. If we just go down to more, you can find a few more helpful options. So you have all of your receipts. Again, this could be good information for your taxes if you are using this because you sold a card and you're able to claim some business expenses. You can find your receipts here for grading. You can take a look at their SGC grading scale. So it was interesting, they have the price chart right on the front home screen of the menu, but to find the actual grading scale and know what each number means, you do have to go to the more options and find the grading scale. For example, my Ahsoka Tan was an 8, so you can see right here in the description what that generally means. Something else really handy that you do have to go to this more options tab to access is the SGC shipping address. So you got it handy right here for you. And one last thing I'll point out is they do have light or dark mode. They have a system default, and I'm not sure exactly what that means because I turn it on, it's morning here, and it's still in dark mode. So I was thinking maybe the system default would be like, during the daytime it would be light mode and at night it would be dark mode. I guess the system default is just dark mode because that's more in line with SGC black and white colors. Nonetheless, I just like to have dark mode on. And that wraps it up. This is an awesome app. It does work super well. I've really enjoyed, most of all, keeping up with my orders that I have sent in. I love seeing exactly where my card is in the grading process, when it's right up to be graded, when it's just been finished, when it's about to be shipped out, all that kind of stuff. And I really, really like the My Cards collection menu where I can see my cards and the information and get these high quality images to peruse through and enjoy. That does it for my SGC overview video. Let me know what you think about SGC. Have you used the app? What do you think about it? And make sure you're subscribed because you're not going to want to miss the big SGC reveal of what grade I got on my Keyraw Super Refractor 1/1 card coming very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.